I've been through heartaches, I've been to heaven. I've done my best and my worst, learned my lessons. No matter how hard my life would treat me, I'd always get right back up, never worry.
Hello, and thanks for hanging out with me. We are in the kitchen today doing some neutral decorating, and most importantly, we are focusing on my 6 shelf decorating tips, so let's jump right in. Do you ever struggle when you're decorating open shelving or even shelves in a hutch or cabinet? I used to find it very stressful and overwhelming. I know that grouping your items in threes or odd numbers can really help out a lot in where to place your items, but I know there are always questions like what do I group together, what should go on each shelf, and everyone does it differently because everyone's taste and their decor choices are different. But I know these tips will help you no matter your decorating style. So please excuse this gross builder grade paint on the walls. I haven't gotten around to painting over these holes that I filled, so for now we will just be covering them up. These tips have really helped me when I go into my decor closet to pick out my items. On each of the shelves that I'm going to be decorating, I try to put something in every one of these categories. So first up are white items. I like for them to be like glass or porcelain items such as dishes, plates, bowls, also things like vases, vessels, milk glass, and things like that. Second are my wood items, things like cutting boards. I love to layer cutting boards, things like bowls, wooden crocks, wooden spoons, and measuring cups, etc. My third tip is decorating with metal. I love decorating with metal items. It can be any metal color like copper, gold, brass, and so on. And even mixing metals is something I like to do. That can also be things like vases, vessels, bowls. Any decor item that has a pretty metal finish to it will always help make your shelf look really pretty.
I've been through heartaches, I've been to heaven. I've done my best and my worst, learned my lessons. No matter how hard my life would treat me, I'd always get right back up, never worry, 'cause I got a million reasons.
My fourth tip is using books for decor and glass items. I don't always have to have these on every shelf, but they are 100% worth mentioning. So let's take a cake stand, for example. This item is so great to have on hand. It is such a great item because one cake stand usually has 2 of the categories. Some have wooden bottoms with a glass dome. Some have some color of metal at the bottom and the glass dome. So it's a great example. And things like cloches and canisters and things like that are also really good as well. And as far as books go, I usually get mine at a thrift store where I drop off my donations. Their books are only 50 cents and 99 cents. But if you don't like what the spines say on them, just turn them around and it still looks super nice. One tip I can give you on books, what I do is look for books that can match the holiday or season. So for last Halloween, I found a lot of black books and even found some black books with scary titles. The fifth tip that I 100% think should go in, on, or around your decor pieces is greenery and florals. It just really adds that extra something to your shelves. Unless it is a floral arrangement that goes with the theme I'm doing, I always leave the greenery to the end as I did with these shelves in this video here today. So you can see the look before and after I put the greenery on, and how much adding the greenery can really elevate and take your shelf to the next level. So moving on to the other side, I love how these canisters bring in several elements. They are glass jar with a wood top and also a small leather strap. They are pretty and practical.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a Friday night when I first kissed you. You struck me like lightning. You broke my chains and released me. And days turned into nights on the couch in your apartment. No, I am not the same. Everything has changed. Every day, 24/7, you call my name, and I will come running. Yeah, every day.
I added my white elements on the bottom shelf, and now for the top, I am starting with the wood elements.
We'll come running, babe.
Now that I've added the white to the top shelf, I'm going to add the metal and glass elements in with these tiny cloches or cupcake stands.
Same. Everything has changed. Every day, 24/7, you call my name, and I will come running. Yeah, every day, 24/7. Yeah, every day, I will come running, babe.
The last tip I gave was to add your greenery in last, so that's what I'm doing here. Then I'm just going to add a couple of things to the pegs, and then we will move on to the counters for a super quick refresh.
I might go too fast. I don't care about those limits, 'cause I want this to last like nothing ever lasts before. I might go too fast. Suddenly I feel so rich, though I don't know nothing. Oh, I can't let this slip, no. I gotta seize the moment. Have you even noticed?
I do love this kitchen, but these two countertops are all there is in here besides the island. So I like to keep them as clutter-free as possible, and I like putting as much as I can on a tray or cutting board or something that's easy to move when I need to wipe down the countertop.
Thinking about me, 'cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Don't wanna go fast, 'cause I know that people get scared sometimes. Hope it's not this time, 'cause I might go too fast. Suddenly I feel so rich.
I got this wreath from Hobby Lobby. A lot of things I use today though are from thrift stores, but I will try and link similar items for you, and if you have any questions about anything at all, just let me know. I got this cutting board from Amazon and I love keeping it here on the stove. And so my sixth and final tip is wherever you put away or store your everyday decor, do it in these groupings that we just went over. Remember how I said something about my decor closet? Well, here it is in all of its glory. It's not completely organized like I want it to be and how it usually is, but it's the new year, so this is definitely on my list to organize soon. This is the closet that's under my stairs. It's not any seasonal decor except for a couple bins in the back that have some Christmas things that I didn't want to go out to the garage. But it's just everyday filler items that we talked about, like the white, wood, metal, glass, books, florals, and greenery. I do have a few other things in here, like signs and baskets and candles from all the seasons that I don't want to melt if I put them in the garage. But this is where I like to put everything and kind of group them in those groups so it's easier whenever I'm picking out items for my hutch or my shelves. So even if you aren't able to store all of your decor in one area, you can still group like items together wherever you do store them. So like maybe all your wood items in your hall closet and all of your white dishes that you like to decorate with in your pantry, you know, or even if it's in tubs or bins, you can store it like that as well. I looked out while I was filming and saw my daughter doing tricks on the trampoline. But I hope you liked today's video and that it was helpful to you. Let me know what was the most helpful for you and that you'll be taking with you the next time you do some shelf decorating. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I've been through heartaches, I've been to heaven, I've done my best.